Yes, yes, yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I am your host, Ty Shirase. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 102 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to my man, RTO Beats, for that intro. Damn, that thing was incredible. Woo! We got to play that a little bit longer. But yeah, shout out to him for passing that on to us, and we'll be playing that up for another couple of weeks. Welcome to the first of many, and I hopefully mean many, live podcasts. Now, some of you may be seeing us on YouTube a week later, but now we do the podcast live with the CMA members, which they are in the chat. Shout out to all my people over there. Right now, we got DJ Locke, we got B Withers, we got Pat, we got RTO over there, we got DJ, I said DJ Locke, yeah. And we have Mr. Wallace is over here as well. But yeah, this is something new that we're doing. It's a lot of live programming now happening over at CMA. You need to come holler at us and get that firsthand. Anyhow, we're back. And it's been a little delay. I apologize because I had to get the live stream system all set up and the new memberships and blah, blah, blah. Enough excuses. We're back. We're here. Episode assignment 102. Man, I am excited. So we've done the whole summer movie thing this year. We've done it for the last 3 years where we just did one assignment, but we split it up this year amongst 3 different months, 3 different assignments, 3 different types of movies. The first one was action flicks. We did that in June. The second one was horror flicks. We did that in July. And this last one, I had the idea of doing documentaries. And I know that's weird for like a summer movie thing, but I don't think documentaries get the love that they should. And I've seen some incredible documentaries. And I'm not talking about, I guess you could throw biopics in there. You know, your Ray, your Straight Outta Compton, your Walk the Line, you know, those kind of things. But those along with just straight up documentaries. And I went to the people, I said, yo, figure out what you want to do with this. Do you want to do an autobiography? You want to do the story of someone else that people should know? Biopic, however it is, but score that particular picture. And we actually have 5 submissions that I'm eager to get to. Starting off with our man in the chat right now, my dude, DJ Locke. Let's go.
If you're going to change the results in your life, you're going to have to begin tapping into your mind. Your body is an instrument of your mind.
the man, the myth, the legend, DJ Locke. Man. Massive applause for that, my brother. Woo! So, that was an autobiography of Locke. Basically him telling his story of becoming a producer, a musician, of getting inspired, saying screw it, getting their first piece of equipment or software, jumping right in, and just growing. And the line that he said specifically, there's actually two I wanted to point out. Just jumping in head first and pushing forward, never looking back. And then the second part of that sentence of his statement I wanted to point out is you can do anything you put your mind to accomplish. It's that simple. Great freaking track, my man. Incredible. The mixing, actually, Wallace just pointed that out. The mixing is definitely getting a lot better. Not that it was bad, but I can see you focusing on that now. You're bringing that, you're EQing stuff and bringing certain things out. You're doing a lot of panning, a lot of compressing and dynamics and stuff like that. And everything just sounds mwah, for real, dude. But I love where you went with this, with the statement in the beginning, with the little intro, then the drums and everything actually kicks in. And it's basically, as I wanted this particular assignment, it's evolving, it's going through, it's telling a story. This is the beginning. You can envision this is the beginning, and this is the middle. This is him going over to Guitar Center or wherever, and this is him talking to his wife, and this is him talking to his children, and coming to CMA, blah blah blah. I can envision all of that, my man. And you have been knocking it out of the park for this last year. Incredible, my man. Massive love for that. Whew. Thank you, sir. All right. Moving on to my man representing Fairfield, California. RTO Beats. Let's go.
What hip hop means to me.
What hip hop means to me. What hip hop means to me. What hip hop means to me. What hip hop means to me. What hip hop means to me.
First of all, hip hop is not just a culture, it's a new civilization. Hip hop is one of the oldest cultures on earth. It is the first thing that human beings do when they come into existence. Breaking, MC, graffiti art, DJ. Breaking is dance. The earliest form of human communication anywhere is dance. Hip hop is the fountain of youth. That is the bottom line.
And it's music. It's the universal language, and hip hop has trumped music as the universal language. There's no place you can go on earth and not find someone to have a conversation about hip hop at all.
Something about music that moves you. So now you have hip hop and these different people and these different griots telling their story. I mean, it's like Martin and Malcolm gave birth to a whole generation of storytellers and leaders and philosophers and teachers. I mean, there's nothing more beautiful than that. And then they have a way of, putting it into a music form where you can, bob your head to it at the same time.
The whole native tongues, poor righteous teachers, brand new and excellent. Whereas on the flip side, you also had NWA and the Ghetto Boys, Too Short, which, were coming with a different spectrum.
You had Queen Latifah, you had Lauryn Hill, all these greats, and hip hop is many different persuasions. You can go from fun type of hip hop, gangster hip hop, to party hip hop.
There's a certain beauty in it. I mean, this is what all communities have naturally.
I
lot of people. It's come to symbolize, an organic sound. I think that real hip-hop just means what's in your heart.
Thank you.
Woo! RTO beats. Sheesh. That was nice, my man. So his particular documentary was on hip hop, and he specifically said in his submission that he's a West Coast guy. He came up on the heat. We know how the West Coast gets down, but he said he specifically wanted to do something East Coast, boom bap, 90s type stuff. And dude, did you succeed at that? Everything about that track, the arrangement, the chops, the drums, the grittiness, the sound of all of that. And it was like slightly over compressed, but it fit. It fit perfectly. The track is nasty by itself. But then he actually has all these vocal clips from KRS-One and a couple of other people talking about the state of hip hop and where it came from and the participants. And dude, that's what I'm talking about. That track feels damn good. It not only sounds good, it feels good. It makes me feel good. That's the straight up, and you see how I was doing. Shout out to being back on the video podcast. But you see me, I get my going, man, that track was nice. Excellent job, my man. And again, I know this is therapy for RTO. Man, he's definitely killing it. Major props, my man. Major props. All right, moving on to Detroit. My man, who unfortunately isn't with us right now, wish he was. But shout out to my dude, Eastside represent, Sho-Nuff. Let's go.
Well, let's see. Where do I start? Well, first, I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. But I spent the first few years of my toddler life in Wichita Falls, Texas. My father at the time was in the Air Force. One of the biggest differences between Detroit, Michigan, and Wichita
Sho-Nuff, his submission for episode 102. Somewhat of a look back at himself when he was a child. One episode with his mother and he and a spider. That's funny, dude. I love that. Shout out for just kicking back as if it was an autobiography, you know, like a biopic or something, where I can vision dude like in the studio of some type, and they got a couple different cameras. You got the one shaky cam kind of moving around. You can see dude walking and moving around with the camera, but you hear Sho. I can see Sho actually telling this story, and they're going back and forth, showing little clips or reenactments of that particular episode when he was a child. I can envision that. I can envision everything happening in the story, you know, the little clips where they go there. I really enjoy this track. That, first of all, I gotta go there. You see me do it a couple of times. The bass, boom, boo-doo-doo-doo, boo-doo-boom, that was nasty. Woo, bass line was on point. Drums, of course, as always. And he had some panning going on, so he had a couple of things in the left and the right ear. Everything about this joint is very nice. Didn't have a lot of movement like a regular show track, but I appreciate that he didn't do that much for the simple fact that he was telling a story. That is perfect. That takes me back to, you know, like a Gil Scott-Heron kind of joint, or who else could I say? There's some joints from Jill Scott where she did stories or like spoken word that are similar to this. Love the feel, love the tone, love everything about it, Sho. Big major props for that, my man. Big time, big time. All right, and now to the finale. I know I said I had 5 tracks, but I actually just have 4. I actually put one in twice like an idiot. But, you know, that's what I do. Anyhow, the finale is actually a collaboration from Double Negative. And if you know anything about the podcast, you know anything about CMA, and if you know anything about Double Negative, you know Mr. Wallace and Mike Notes. I've been highly anticipating hearing this. They got together and put this together, so let's hear it.
Talk to me. I'm great, man. God is good, man. I'm great, man. Thank God, man. Thank you, the people. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Even if I act like a dick on Twitter, trust me, I appreciate y'all. Without y'all, I'm nothing. Salute. I just want to have fun, man. You know what I mean? When it ain't fun, I'm gonna stop doing it.
Double Negative.
You know what? My cousin died a few weeks ago, so I ain't gonna front. My thoughts been kind of. The other day I said, "The good die young," right? And I heard that before. I'm like, and I'm still around. So that I'm here, rapping my ass off. I keep doing it until I can't no more. That's it. Look out for more shit. Peace.
Woo! Double negative representing Mr. Wallace and Mike Notes. Closing out week number 102 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Jeez, that was nice. Very nice. That was, and I guess this kind of happened at the right time. That was actually the documentary of, may he rest in peace, Sean Price of Helter Skelter Duck Down fame, as well as Random Acts. Man, I'm not the biggest Sean Price fan, but I've always liked his music and respected him. I can't name a lot of songs, but I always love that dude's voice. I love what he does in the tracks. These cats, the way they represent it, it sounds like something he would rap over. It really does. And then they got vocal snippets from this dude. I'm assuming from one of his videos, because he was crazy as far as making like these hilarious videos. And then just being a character and a personality. So, you know, when we lost him, it's been like, what, about a month ago now? That was a great loss to the hip hop community. So rest in peace to him, big time. But the track, nuts. Absolutely nuts. When I hear a collaboration between Wallace and Mike Notes, this is what I want to hear. Drums on point, sequences on point, chops and vocal stabs and stuff like that. Everything on point. Incredible. Whew. Jeez, OP, dude. It feels good to be back. Especially when I got heat like this to present to you people. Jeez, OP. Shout out to Double Negative, which is Mr. Wallace and Mike Notes, Sho-Nuff, RTO Beats, and DJ Locke for representing this week, as well as in the chat. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now, including everyone that I just named, including we got Freak, Beat Freak. We also have dang it, I'm tripping right now. Who am I missing? This dude he's white, he's bald head. One of my best friends. What is this dude's name? Oh yeah. Urban Audio Daddy. B Withers. My man. But yo, thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody that's actually in the chat hanging with us this week. If you would like to be in the chat with us as we do the weekly homework podcast live, come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us and be a part of all the new content that's getting ready to come out live and otherwise. It's about to be very sickening. But anyhow, thank you for watching, supporting, listening, and just being a part of what we do every single week. On that note, I'm done. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya!